Добрый день или добрый вечер. Для вас как е? При мен е ден нощи. Днес ще гледаме ново видео на scp-3008. О, да. Забравих да ви кажа за новото scp, което това е второто му видео. Това човека. Отново линк долу в описанието за него. И днес ще разглеждаме scp-3008.
I realized that wasn't the case when I tried to backtrack. Everything had changed. Instead of the exit, it was just row after row of bookcases. So, I'm trapped in IKEA. The lights went out at 10 p.m. Nearly gave me a heart attack.
И точно приключвам се училище и започвам да снимам видеото.
The place is full of beds though, and my phone has a flashlight on it, but no signal. So I found a bed and went to sleep. I spent most of the next day trying to find my way out with no luck. I did find a restaurant serving those meatballs though, so at least I won't starve. They were still warm and fresh, but I haven't seen anyone around who could have cooked them. I made my way back to the beds before the lights cut out again, since it's too dark to search with them off. If I wasn't sure there was something weird about this place before, I am now. I walked in a straight line for 3 hours before I came across a ladder next to one of those huge stock shelves that they have here. Climbed up to get my bearings, and it looks like this place just stretches on forever. Like that scene from The Lion King, except instead of trees and grass, it's all these shelves and tables and crap. I did see a person moving not too far away though, so I headed over. I thought it was a staff member at first. He was wearing the uniform. And maybe it was. Maybe freakish 7-foot-tall monsters with long arms, short legs, and no faces are just the kinds of employees they want at Super IKEA. The thing completely ignored me though, and with no eyes or ears, I can't even be sure it knew I was there. I thought about shoving it or something to get its attention, but its hands were big enough to crush a watermelon, so I decided against it. It just kept moving along, and eventually I lost sight of it, so I decided to carry on the way I was going. Anyway, no comfy bed for me tonight. Looks like I've entered the hard and pointy table section of the store. Guess I'll have to make do with some bunched up tablecloths. My phone battery died during the day too. Didn't work anyways, but I still feel like I've lost some vital lifeline. I finally found some other people. Last night, 2 of those staff things came at me in the dark. Different from the first one I saw, but still messed up. I heard them coming. They were saying that the store was closed and I had to leave the building. All nice and polite.
We are closing soon. Please start to make your way towards the exit.
The store is now closed. Please exit the building.
I'm not sure which part of that was weirder. That they don't have mouths, or that they were apparently trying to kill me while they were saying it. I saw it when I cleared another stand of those giant stock shelves, all lit up with torches and floodlights. They built a whole town down here. Got a massive wall built out of shelves and beds and tables and whatever else. I swear, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Anyway, I guess they saw me coming, or maybe they heard my bellows of fear, because they had a gate open and 2 people were waving me in. I heard the staff thing slam into the gate behind me after it closed, still politely informing us to please exit the building. Eventually they lost interest and just wandered away. They call the town Exchange, because that's what's on the sign hanging from the ceiling directly above it. Exchange and returns. It's all lit up against the night using lights they found and plugged into the power lines. And there are beds and food and people. Over 50 wonderful people with regular-sized limbs and a full set of facial features. I've been trapped here for 2 weeks now. Most of the people I asked said they stopped keeping track a long time ago. And one guy said he's been in here for years. There are rumors of people who do manage to get out. And of people who see the exit only to have it vanish before their very eyes. I went out scavenging for food at a nearby shop with Sandra and Jerry today. Once you learn the landmarks of this place, it's not so hard to navigate. The overhead signs help a lot, but there are others. Not too far in the distance, a huge section of those giant stock shelves has collapsed against each other. And miles away, it looks like there's a giant wooden tower where someone might have tried to break through the roof to escape. It's at least a few days' walk from Exchange, so nobody knows for sure. We found some food in the shop. Guess the staff restocked it during the night, which was nice of them. There was a telephone on the wall, so I figured I'd try it out. There was a voice on the other end, but they were just talking nonsense. Random words strung together with no real meaning. Didn't answer when I spoke to them anyway. Sandra says all the phones in here are the same. The staff attacked the Exchange last night. Must have been 20 or 30 of them, all just asking us to leave the store calm as you like, while trying to smash the walls down with their bare hands. Apparently this happens pretty regularly, so everyone was prepared for it. We had knives from the restaurants, lawnmower blades made into hatchets, a fire axe. One guy, Wasim, even made a functional crossbow. The walls have holes in them, which I hadn't even noticed before. But they're there specifically so we can stab out the staff when they attack. Took a couple of them down myself. They don't seem to bleed, which is weird, but they go down as easy as a regular person once you start sticking holes in them. We had to haul the bodies away in the morning. Apparently the dead ones will attract more during the night, so we had to get them away from Exchange. We have a couple of those trolley things they use to move big boxes around, so we loaded them up and took them over to pick up. People just name everything in here after whatever sign is hanging overhead. My curiosity got the better of me while I was unloading them, so I took a look at one of the more cut up ones. They're just skin, all the way through. No muscle, no bone, no organs. Are they even really alive in the first place? Just one more thing on the ever-increasing list of weirdness that goes on here, I guess. I've been here for a little over 2 months now. Not that much changes, as it turns out. A couple of the new people showed up. Same story as the rest of us. The staff attack the Exchange once or twice a week. We kill them, and we haul their bodies off. But sometimes there's casualties. They killed this guy, Jared, a couple weeks back. It was awful, frankly. Turns out regular humans still bleed in here, even if the staff don't. We tried our best, but none of us are doctors. Jared was a good guy. He deserved better. We all do. I tried talking to people about the stuff they missed from home during dinner today. Probably not the best idea I've ever had. Everyone seemed pretty down after. A bunch of people here have families. Husbands and wives, kids, dogs. But apparently some of the people here have some seriously odd gaps in their knowledge. The more I thought about it though, the more it started to explain a few things. What if the reason no one is looking for all us missing people is because we haven't come from the same place? Maybe all the people here have come from different dimensions or realities. Sarah comes from a place where there's no Statue of Liberty. They didn't launch a space station where Wasim is from. If everyone here came from different places, even from ones that seem identical, there'd be no missing persons panic. No mass search. We'd just be a blip. A single missing person in a world of non-stop news. The staff attacks have been getting worse lately. 3 or 4 times a week now, with twice as many staff as there used to be. No idea where they all come from. or why the attacks have increased. We tried following one of them during the day a few weeks ago. We had to turn back before we found anything. The attacks are getting bad now, almost every night. And with so many staff that the bodies almost pile high enough for the others to climb the walls. I think we're in real trouble here. I think exchange is done. We got hit pretty bad last night. Not many casualties, but the wall's wrecked. We finally figured out why the attacks have been escalating too. A box of supplies had a chunk of one of the staff in there. No idea how it happened, but apparently a piece of one will draw them as well as a full body. Too late now in any case. There's too many bodies for us to haul away and still have time to fix the wall before night. Candace has called a meeting. I suspect there'll be talk of abandoning exchange. Maybe try and get shelter at checkouts or something. It's already getting late though. I don't think we'll have time to make it. Maybe some of us will. I was fine for the first week out in the dark after all. But then, how often can I keep getting lucky? I'm only writing this for a sense of closure, I guess. I hope whoever's reading this is doing so from outside this place. Really, my biggest fear is that if I do die tonight, I'll just wake up here again in the morning.
What's up? Wow. Vay be. Красме. Красме, ако ме питате, аз нямам спонсори изобщо. Край от мен. Signing out.